Hey, what's up, guys? Houston here. Look, if you're looking for credit cards that actually only use your EIN only, okay, I'm gonna show you the best credit cards to go after. All right, and then unfortunately, American Express does not make the list. But there's a reason American Express doesn't make the list. But we're gonna get into that. But first, you want the Costco Anywhere Visa Business Card. Yes, you can get this card with EIN only. Now, here's a few things you have to understand about this here card. Most of the time with Costco City, with this Costco City business card, they want you to be in business at least 2 years. However, if you prep your file correctly, and you have a relationship with Citibank, you can bypass that 2 years and still do the EIN. But one of the things you must do is make sure you go inside a Costco and apply for this with your EIN only. Now, they usually pull Experian Business. Now, what that should mean to you is that you have prepped your file. If you don't know how to prep your file, here's the things that you need to do. You're going to need to get a couple net 30s, all right? So, one of the net 30s you probably want to consider is Crown Office Supplies net 30 account. Now, the reason why, because it reports Experian Business, Equifax Business, and as you can see, Dun& Bradstreet, because it's backed by Dun & Bradstreet. That's the reason that you want this account. The second net 30 account you want to get is the NAB Prime card. Now, here's the thing about it with NAB that most people do not get, and they miss the opportunity. NAB will give you 2 business trade lines. And the only thing you have to do is sign up for the NAB monthly reporting, and you get the NAB card. Now, here's the thing about it. Like I said, you get 2 trade lines from this, right? Now, here's the thing about it for most people. Most people, they would not use the NAB Prime card. But the great part about it is no credit check. You don't have to put any money up front. And you can start with a brand new company to get this here card, all right? It's a charge card, but at the same time, you're not putting any money up front to get this card. So if you're a startup, definitely I would get this here. Now, the next one I would consider is Wise Business Plan. Now, why Wise Business Plan? Again, as you can see here, they report to who? Credit Safe, Experian Business, Equifax Business. They're channeling the main institutions to help you build up your business credit. All right. Now, you have another one, and that's eCredible. Now, with eCredible Business, as you can see, they report to Dun & Bradstreet, Equifax, Credit Safe, and Experian. I'm showing you how to properly prep your file. If I'm doing a good job so far, give me a like, give me a comment, let me know what you think. But this is how you get into the game, especially when you go trying to get EIN only cards. You need to prep the file. Now, there's one other institution, and that's Fair Credit. Now, Fair Credit is similar to NAV, right? Now, the interesting thing about it with Fair Credit is that they give you 2 trade lines as well. Now, here's the thing about it. They do the credit reporting program that will give you a trade line. And if you are already existing business, but you're not a DBA, but you are a registered business, then they will give you a loan anywhere from 500 up to 500,000. And as you can see here, they report to Credit Safe, Equifax, Experian, TransUnion, Small Business Financial Exchange. So you don't need a whole lot of net 30s to prep your file. If you have the right net 30s, trust me, you will be able to get business credit cards with EIN only. And it doesn't take 2 years, all right? Here's another card that you want to take a look at. It's the Office Depot OfficeMax. Now, here's the thing about it. I'm going to tell you something that people don't know. When it comes to this here card, granted, it is a department store card. However, they will allow you to get Visa gift cards. So you actually can make this a money card, right? Now, here's the thing about it. What gets people files locked up is that they would jump right in and start getting Visa gift cards and MasterCard gift cards and stuff. You don't want to do that, all right? You do not want to do that. Now, I'll tell you something else. If you put on there like a Yahoo email or AOL email or something like that instead of a corporate email, that can get your application denied as well. Yes, your email can be more important and more valuable than a DUNS number. And most people don't understand that. That's the reason I tell you, you need to have a corporate email as well as having a website, because it makes the difference. All right. Now, the next card you may want to look at is the Divvy card, aka the BILL card. Okay, so BILL.com took over Divvy, and so basically it shows you like some of the requirements. All right, so sometimes they would look at your personal credit. So in reference to personal credit, is they're trying to see if you filed a bankruptcy. All right, so what they'll do, they'll probably look at like your LexisNexis business file, okay, to see what's going on, or your LexisNexis personal file. All right, but they will not do a hard pull on your credit. So this is a charge card. Now they have 3 ways in terms of making payments. You have a weekly, a bi-weekly, and a monthly. All right, so if you get a weekly agreement to pay weekly, you get a higher limit. If you say bi-weekly or monthly, usually they will give you a lower limit. All right, so you definitely have to keep out for that. Keep an eye out for that when choosing it. Now, you also have capital on tap. Now, this is what I want to, they tell you which structures they work with, right? So they have the LLC, the corporation partnership. They do not work with sole props, okay? They do not work with sole props, all right? So that's the thing about it. When I continue to tell you guys, you really need to be structured as a business. You're leaving money on the table, all right? And you're restricting yourself from getting credit. So that's the reason I continue to tell you, you need to structure and properly structure yourself. Just not any old structure, right? Because a lot of people, they'll run for this pass-through, and that can get you jammed up. And the reason is because, look at me using old school words, right? Type in the comment how many of you guys ever used that word, or you heard somebody use that word. And I was watching an old movie, the reason I'm using it. But going back to what I'm saying is that with LLC companies, they don't look at them as a growth company, okay? And so with some institutions, you may get funding, but you may not get what you expect on the funding, all right? So that's the reason I say be careful. All right, so in reference to this capital on tap, yes, it is revenue based. Now, here's the thing about it with capital on tap. If you, and I'm telling you this, if you say that you're making a certain amount of revenue, they may give you that card right away, right? However, they may double back and say, hey, we need to see invoices from you, and we need to verify these bank statements, right? And so, again, this is the type of stuff that get people caught up because they don't have actual paperwork to back them up. They don't have payroll, which, by the way, if you need payroll, click the link in the description. But these are the things that make you miss out on the opportunity to get access to funding. All right? Now, you also have Sam's Club. Again, one of these situations where you do want to go inside the store and apply for this and let them know that you want EIN only. All right. Now, Sam's Club is through Synchrony Bank. All right. So that means that they're going to pull TransUnion. Okay. They're going to look at your TransUnion. But again, EIN only. So you're not worried about that hard inquiry on your credit file. It's not going to give you that hard inquiry. All right. Do they want you a certain amount of time in business? Of course. But by you prepping the file the way that I told you to, like I said, you don't need umpteen net 30s. You're just wasting money. But again, you want to make sure that you have a business bank account. You want to have the website set up. You want to have the corporate email. Things like that. The small things will actually tell. As a matter of fact, I'm going to be making a video talking about a credit bureau that most people aren't talking about, but can get you denied. If you don't know how to leverage it, it actually can get you denied a business loan. So I'm going to be putting that video out as well. If you have a nonprofit, okay, for those of you that's trying to start a nonprofit, you're trying to build a business credit, here's the problem with nonprofits. A lot of people want to start up these nonprofits because you don't have revenue. You are expected to take donations and not make a profit in the business. That's the reason it's hard for you to build up business credit. All right. However, this here card is called the charity charge card, right? And again, it's not a revolving; it's a charge card, so you have to pay it every month. But this is one of the few cards that's out in the market for nonprofit. But most nonprofit cards are going to be charge cards. Okay, they don't have a revolve. That's the reason I tell people you can easily set up a for-profit company. All right, and you can still take donations, and you can still do up to, I think, 30% tax write-off for people that want to donate to that company. So that way you actually, usually they call it a B corporation, a benefit corporation, but you definitely can use a regular corporation as well. Like I said, I'm not a tax advisor, a tax attorney or whatever. I'm just sharing with you that I've been doing for the past 20 years or whatever. 15 years in the business credit industry and 20 years in the personal credit industry, okay? So for those of you that may have questions about business credit funding, personal credit funding, removing negative items off of the credit, click the link in the description. Schedule a one-on-one consultation. Thank you.